right, Julio? You both been giving you instructions, obey my commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times. Anything from here on up is good, anything from here on up is good. Touch gloves, let's go.
Here we are, Tim, many moons later, calling his son's fight at 18 years old, El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas, against his opponent, Julio Cesar Martinez. Julio Cesar Chavez is a huge influence in this fight because Martinez's father named him after Julio Cesar Chavez, and Chavez once walked Fernando Vargas into a fight.
I hope he fights like Chavez. I'll tell you that much.
Long arms for Emiliano.
72-inch reach. There's no doubt in my mind that, you know, Vargas has skills, you know, coming from his father. And, you know, just having that natural ability, those natural instincts. You know, I would say like getting a cheat code from his father.
I mean, the problem was, as we've alluded to before and Mark mentioned, his father's ascent was rocket fast and the descent was a crash down to earth. I think both his father and his team, Egis Climas and Julio Cesar de la Cruz, are going to want to temper what this young man wants, because if it's up to him, he's going to go pedal to the metal. If he's as talented as they believe, they've got to take care of him and bring him up the right way.
Listen to me, I don't care if you're born from a legend. Every crop has its own due date, man. Definitely a beautiful thing, especially when it's not planned. A lot of fighters nowadays don't want to have their sons or daughters in boxing. It's hard to stop it. When they have it, when they have the passion, it's hard to stop it, man. You have to follow their dreams, and this is his dream.
In Oxnard, in La Colonia, Jim says he's my teacher. Robert Garcia was a champion. I was a champion. Mikey Garcia is a champion. That's my family. He was my boxing father because I didn't have one.
Being smart first.
Oh, nice body shot from Emiliano Vargas.
That was
wicked.
That was a spleen shot.
Martinez comes back with a good right. And you see the pressure that Martinez is trying to put on the young Fernando Vargas. I mean, these guys are, 37 years combined, 19 and 18 years old. So they're both very young inside this ring. Oh, nice jab from Martinez. And there's a left hook that puts Martinez to sleep. The dynasty continues as Emiliano Vargas proves why he is El General, the general. You need to ask.
Because look at, he turned the left hook over, people. Look at him, how he turned this left hook. Oh my goodness, on the chin. Oh, look at downstairs, okay. Swings a shot, boom. Right on the money, turns it over perfectly. You want to know why he went down like that? Because he turned that shot over. He didn't slap with it. Down, thumb down.
For your winner by knockout, El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas.
Hey, Jim, you got your instructions earlier. Give us a spirited, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instruction. That's high. That's high. There's your foul line. Touch your gloves. Go to work.
And Gabriel Flores Sr., whose son Gabe Flores Jr. will return to Top Rank Boxing on ESPN May 13th in Stockton. So it's a family affair. Round one of a scheduled 4-rounder. Emiliano will turn 19 in just 2 weeks, and he's coming off his longest fight, a unanimous decision win on February 3rd, and he's right back in the ring.
Uvalle tried to sneak a right hand in early, and Vargas lands a big left hook early.
Vargas said that his opponent told him, "Are you ready for war?" And he said, "It's not going to be a war. It's going to be a one-sided ass."
Yeah, he said he was basically going to dominate.
Oh, nice combination punching from Emiliano El General Vargas. Nice right hook. Well, it's not a war if it's one-sided, is it?
It won't be long. something doesn't change, it won't be long.
Warm blood that he's got flowing through his veins right now. Oh, big left hook from Vargas. And I don't know how Uvalle stood up to that.
Uvalle is tough.
And now you see the arm punches, Dre. Keep your hand up.
Good work from young Vargas right here. He leaps in with a left hook. No jab. He wants the power shot because he sees Uvalle open as he drops his hand right there. And those are the kind of shots that were landing.
He's hurt, and Vargas senses it.
Ooh, he thought about going down right there. Referee keeping a close watch on the action.
A lot of guys can take a headshot, but it was those body shots that make you rethink everything. And Uvalle was looking at the canvas. Got a ton of heart, does this kid, out of Des Moines, Iowa. Fighting for his two sons, Jordan and Edgar. He said he heard Fernando Vargas once say, I realized I could fight and make money doing it, and that's when I decided to do the same thing.
Showed that he can fight with that two-piece he just landed. Beautiful two-piece combination. And a good follow-up right there.
The one thing that's worrisome is that the left hook from Uvalle has landed twice clean.
Vargas included, where they got a lot of youthfulness, they got a name, and the opponent only needs to land one shot to change everything.
Now we see Vargas in the left-handed stance, landing a looping right hook to close out the first round. We'll listen to El Feroz. Had a minute to recover for round number 2 of a scheduled 4-round fight. Emiliano Vargas has 2 knockouts in his 3 wins, and that short right hand.
He turned that one over.
Uvalle coming in, but Uvalle is still on his feet. But there's that body work from Emiliano El General Vargas.
That just came from hours and hours in the gym doing mitt work.
Oh,
hitting the heavy bag, being drilled and being taught.
I mean, the way Uvalle opens up when he decides to throw, it's going to make for something spectacular here. There's that body work, the blood.
Vargas likes to rumble with both hands. He just needs to pick his jab up a little bit more.
Long blow. You okay?
That jab right there is enough to get Vargas inside to do what he really wants to do, which is rip with both hands to the body and to the head.
It's 2 low blows. And now he goes down. First time in this fight.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. 10.
Is a little anticlimactic, Dre, because he called him for a low blow, didn't give Uvalle a breather, allowed Emiliano Vargas to come right after him, and he finished him.
But that's the referee's fault.
After the 2 warnings for low blows.
Yeah, just a matter of time. Vargas was on the hunt. Good shot right there. They got Uvalle's attention. He came in with another shot right there, and it was a southpaw, straight left, and a body shot at the end we see right here. Bam.
Low blow.
Not sure if that was low. Just too much. Too much heat, too much skill, too much speed, too much power, and you can be as tough as you want. If you don't have an answer for that, to detour that.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, this bout comes to a conclusion at 1 minute, 21 seconds of round number 2 for your winner by knockout. El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas.
There you have it. The young man continues to shine no matter where you put him.
Room, so you know my expectations, but as a reminder, watch your heads coming in. This looks good, this looks good. Let's keep them up. Touch gloves now and back to your corners.
This is a fight that, and Marcus told me, look, I think this kid didn't want to fight me, and he's gonna have to pay because I've been training for him. And Vargas, he said they're gonna have to pick him up in front of his kids and his wife because I'm gonna knock him out. So you know he's used to working hard. Oh, what a nice right from Vargas. And let's see how Marcus Alvarado can recover from that right hand that stopped him in his tracks.
Pull his head down.
Go to sleeps.
Oh, he caught Vargas coming in with the short left hook. Did Alvarado now with the right hand and immediately ties up. He's trying to make this a physical and have different options, and he's showing 2 minutes in that he does have the option to turn southpaw and be effective. Nice counter left from Vargas as Alvarado's trying to lunge, and there he connects with a nice right to the chin, and Vargas has an answer. The body shots now doing a lot of the dirty work for Vargas as Alvarado once again. Now a right hand from Vargas, now standing from the southpaw stance. And this is the war that Marquez wanted, and Vargas keeping his composure. Round 2 of a scheduled 4-rounder. Vargas already wanted to be in a 6-round fight. He comes out with a leaping right hand, and Alvarado felt it, but you could see the proof.
But he's going to continue to eat those shots.
No! And down goes Marquez Alvarado off of a combination. Vargas playing to the
right here. Check this out. Nice. You see him setting up. He's getting distance to be able to set up to launch that right hand. Springboard type of right hand. When he saw him step in, boom, right hand. Right off that back foot. As soon as that back foot hit the ground, he threw the right hand. Vargas.
Nice body work from Vargas. Now from the southpaw stands, he sets up an overhand right to the chin of Alvarado.
Vargas is just basically self-exposed like that. Why not?
Oh! And once again, he's got Alvarado on his heels, and Vargas continues to land power shots from the southpaw stance.
It's just a matter of time.
Alvarado is hurt.
Oh, he's hurt badly, but
the power shots from the southpaw stance, and now Vargas saying, how strong are you? Can you hold me and my weight as I come right into the wheelhouse and land those body shots? That was a low blow from Vargas. We see the blood emanating from the nose of his opponent. Spit coming out of his mouth, and there's a right hand from Vargas. A flurry on the inside. He sees that the legs of Alvarado are weakening, and he's coming right at him. And down goes Vargas, Alvarado once again.
5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay? Would you like to continue?
When he spit out the mouthpiece, instead of getting himself more time, he made the referee in this fight, Joey Chavez, the decision of saying, you're not ready to go. And Emiliano Vargas. Tim.
Yeah, it's just from just the brutality that he's been landing on his man all night. You know,
technical knockout. El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas.
So Emiliano Fernando.
Looking for a tough, clean fight tonight. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands, and let's touch them up.
4 of those came in the second round. The other one was in his pro debut in the first round. He's a fast starter, Tim, and he's got dynamite in both hands.
Alejandro.
Nice right hand from Vargas.
Big shot. He hurt him with that. You see his legs, the way it buckled.
And set up that shots like he does with that left uppercut, and then sets up the overhand right, digging to the body with the left. You see the legs of Guardado getting shaky here. A 6.5-inch reach advantage for Emiliano Vargas with that 72-inch reach. But it's the way he sets up that uppercut. It's time lost.
Absolutely. But now you're seeing some action coming down, some confidence being built. They're catching Vargas just standing still, just trying to figure out what it is he wants to do. And in those moments, what you have to do is you have to use your jab. These are key moments for him to use his jab, but now he's on the attack. He's on the kill now.
He's using his length. He's extending the right hand and catching Guardado on the tip of it like he does there with the uppercut. Guardado is as tough as they come. Tough as they come, because he's taking some clean shots early on.
Oh, that shot right there hurt.
And when you see the total power punches, 58% to 19 at a 38-11 clip, that's pretty impressive.
And his legs as well. Your legs go numb when you get hit with big shots like that.
Nice shot to the solar plexus from Emiliano El General Fernando Vargas on Mexican Independence Day weekend against the Spaniard, trying to send a message to the lightweight division as referee Lee Rogers steps in and stops the fight.
Body shots, you name it. He did everything in the book to try to end this match. He did it. He did his job tonight, honestly. You know, I would say Alejandro came, he was game, he was tough, but he didn't have the skill set.
El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas.
Guys, you heard the instructions earlier. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up. Good luck to you.
You have yet to ever watch a boring Vargas fight, and tonight is not going to be it. On the other side, Brandon Mendoza says, I box because it's my passion. My family has money. I'm an entrepreneur. I was sponsored as a skateboarder.
I'm talking about top blue chip prospects, and they don't knock them out.
Right.
So you got to respect it.
Ooh, how about that short left hook from Emiliano Vargas? First punch of the night. It's a shaking shot, and he goes downstairs with the left hook as well.
He's special. Emiliano Vargas is a special fighter.
6-0 with 6 consecutive knockouts. He's got two losses, and now he's down here in round 1. It's on fire here.
2 19-year-olds.
Wow. Oh, a nice left hook there. Sends Mendoza sprawling across the ring. Ooh, that feint and uppercut from Vargas. Beautiful feints from Emiliano Vargas, setting up those looping shots as Mendoza tries to cover up, and he gets clipped by a body shot.
He's rushing things a little bit.
Nice right there from
Brandon shots like that. You got to understand, you know, you've had about 20 seconds to try to finish them. Now it's time to take the time, get back on your stick, and set up your punches.
Nice body shot there from Emiliano Fernando Vargas. El General scoring with an overhand right, and then a right over the top in the second one. Sends Mendoza sprawling face first on the canvas. And Harvey Doc says, anytime you scrape the canvas with the mouth, it's over.
It's time out.
Buenas noches.
It's time out, my friend.
Right hand, because it wasn't just one shot, Tim. It was a double whammy.
Look at the lead hand. Look at the lead hand down. He knew it was down. That's the right hand attempt right there. Squared up in the T position. There it is. Nice frame. That was a nice frame. Elbow frame right there to put him in position to line him up for that right hand. That's beautiful. That's a physical control right there by the young man. Nice frame right there. Elbow frame. Put you in position. Yep. Go ahead and take that right hand and go on down, son.
And then it was the second time when he tried to get up. That's when his face went straight on the canvas.
Yes.
I mean, vicious knockdown.
Vicious control right there. That's a nuance right there, move by him. That's a veteran move. You don't see that from a lot of young fighters.
For your winner by technical knockout, El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas.
Okay, guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room and in your corner. They have an ugly match, okay? Good luck. God bless you.
Fernando Jr. got the 15-0. He said, tonight I'm fighting. And then Amado will fight Sean Garcia, the brother of Ryan Garcia, later on this month. So we all have to get big wins. He said, look, I have a lot of Cuban fans, a lot of Puerto Rican fans who came out to see me in the public workout. So I want to show out for them. It wasn't lost on him that Zaragoza was stopped by Keyshawn Davis. So he says he's a gatekeeper. I'm going to have to show what I'm worth. Oh, Bernardo Osuna alongside Chris Algieri. Nice left uppercut there from El General.
He's got the looks, the smile, and the interviews, but he's got the skills too. And he goes out there to put hurt on guys. He's looking for KOs. He's got that Vargas dynasty in his blood.
Yeah, we talk about guys being able to carry the weight of the last name. He is definitely thriving on the opportunities that being the son of Fernando Vargas give him, and no better opportunity than a straight right that puts Zaragoza on the seat of his pants.
6, 7, 8. ¿Está bien? Luego la mano.
Keyshawn Davis drops Zaragoza twice in round 1 with an uppercut and a liver shot. Emiliano's right back to work, an uppercut that sends Zaragoza reeling backwards. Double uppercut, a straight right hand. He's looking for a place to land, and Vargas is looking for a place to put him now from the southpaw stance and switching back orthodox.
Oh, I love that lead uppercut. No, that's enough.
Ooh, that's it. The referee steps in, and Jose Zaragoza becomes Emiliano El General Fernando Vargas' 9th knockout victim in 11 victories. This is how it ended.
Just finishing up what he started, coming forward. Those lead uppercuts were nasty. You could see he was actually looking to set up the body shot, but didn't even get that far. Referee stepped in. That's a great setup for the uppercut for the liver shot. That lead uppercut, and then bring it downstairs. But again, referee stepped in. Had seen enough. A little early, in my opinion, but again, most likely that was the inevitable end that was going to happen moments later.
Declaring your winner by technical knockout, El General Fernando Vargas.
Mouthpiece. Peace. All right, gentlemen, you receive the instructions in the dressing room. Know what I expect. Good, clean fight. Legal punches, here for you. Legal punches, here for you. Touch gloves, go to both of you.
For dead in a hit-and-run car accident. He survived, had 4 surgeries since. Left eye, left elbow, left wrist, and right knee for meniscus and cartilage damage. He survived. What happens if I show up at his front door and punch him in the face? He says, you get jail time. What if I run him off the road? He says, don't tell me that. This is the guy you have in the ring tonight, Tim. He is fearless.
Good step back counters as well. Very active with his counter punching and defense.
You see the pressure that Friars promised he was going to put on the young Vargas. He said, I'm going to put my head in his chest, and let's see how he handles that. And so far, Vargas behind the jab.
Top rank is high on this young man. You know, he's shown that he had great punching power, great movement. Hit him more than he's going to hit me, or at least he's going to try to attempt that tonight.
Straight right hands there from Vargas, who now is making Friars go backward. Nice uppercut from Emiliano Vargas as Friars has to hold on. Left hook, picking him apart as Friars' plan is going out the window early on, thanks to the southpaw stance now of Emiliano Vargas.
Landed those left hands on the outside. He was off the line of fire for anything to come back at him, offense and defense together.
Ooh, nice right hand as Friars tried to close the gap. Vargas landed an overhand right and disciplined Friars with the jab and another right that wobbles the legs of the Irishman. A lot of heart here in the early going. You see Emiliano's mother in the stands. Everyone is happy. She's been through the ups and downs. Became the youngest champ at 21 years, 105 days old. The goal for Emiliano is to beat that record and to become Prospect of the Year. The fighting blood runs through the Vargas veins. Be burdened to carry.
You're absolutely right. But the young man is carrying it very well.
And he says, I don't remember much about his career. Probably better for him to not remember the final stages of Fernando's career, but he does remember how to go to the body and land the right uppercut. It's ingrained in his DNA. There's another liver shot.
That's how you break down your opposition right there. You get him used to body shots. Emiliano, he's timing them either with a right hand occasionally and also a jab. He's going to have to do more of that.
A miracle that he's walking, much less fighting a young prospect. Nice straight shot from Vargas, catches Friars coming in.
Alan Garcia get knocked out along the ropes. It was somewhat complacency, yes, but it was a mistake. The young man Vargas can't afford that. You know, Friar has everything to gain, nothing to lose. So he has to be cautious in there. Slowly break this guy down. Show your skills. Show the world your skills. Eventually, you're going to get to Friar.
10 seconds.
Nice left uppercut again.
Hurt him
Vargas hurts. Friars up against the ropes. And quadruple uppercut. But Friars can take a shot.
Yes, he can. Offensively, yes, offense can be a defense. Yes, it can. However, your defense, because if you can't take punches like Friars taking punches, you can't take those type of shots. You don't last long in the business.
Absolutely not.
And you can just
uppercuts are just finding a home right on the chin of Larry Friars. Now the body, overhand left, and it's just nice body work.
I don't think he was never taught. But he's there. He's game. Look at, he's coming back with his offense. Anytime there's low points, and that's what veterans do. Now he's trying to reset himself. Rejuvenate himself.
Even though you're
recover.
young, Tim, it's still...
And the young man is still learning how to manage a fight. Manage the energy. He just spends a ton of energy right there. Now he's trying to rest. However, it would serve him great if he just got on his jab. Starting to walk Friars down. Friars is looking for that right hand.
To the solar
my gosh.
And that sets up the shots to the head. And downstairs once again from Emiliano Vargas. But Larry Friars, he's going to fire back. Nice overhand right there to end the round from Emiliano Vargas. Gets caught there by a left hand from Larry Friars. He is a live dog in there tonight. Got a ton of heart. In the ring, Emiliano, El General Fernando Vargas. That name may sound familiar. Yes. And he says, I'm hungrier than ever, and I'm going to put this kid to the test. Oh, what a liver shot there from Emiliano Vargas.
Oh, did you see that right hand get pinned to the side? Vargas is just taking his time. He's not in any rush right now. He's just taking his time, systematic.
Fourth fight of 2024 for this young undefeated prospect looking for his 12th victory as a pro. On lethal Larry Friars. There's a nice stiff jab, making sure Friars knows that to cross that threshold, there's going to be a jab in his face.
In front of you once you take those legs away with hitting them down to the body.
Nice right uppercut from Emiliano Vargas. Walking backwards, this is not where he wants to be against Emiliano Vargas. The ropes are his enemy as much as the fists of Vargas are, as he continues to dig to the solar plexus.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. Friars need to look. Wow, my God, he lifted him off his feet with that one. Yeah, Vargas like that outside slip, left hand down the middle. Oh my God, this is a target practice.
Combination.
There it is.
You see referee Raul Caiz Jr. on top of the action, ready to step in.
But if you don't, you're just going to eat him.
Oh, what a shot to the body from Emiliano El General Vargas.
Gave him Bambi legs right there with that shot.
About that story.
Well, his own manager told him after 4 surgeries, what do you want to fight this young star for? I do, give me the contract. I said, well, what did you tell your wife and your 4 kids? I said, this is what daddy does. And that's what corners do. He says, I'm giving you one more chance, Andrew Shot, because you can't save this guy from his own heart.
Comes to fight, he's already overcome so much outside of the ring. Alcoholism and an injury.
That has a hard head, absolutely. Oh, he threw that right hand just a second ago, lightly. But yeah, he's definitely favoring his left side.
I don't know if Friars has enough wherewithal to understand that the hand is hurt. But that's the left hand. It doesn't matter if the right is hurt. And the referee says the fight is over. Emiliano El General Fernando Vargas, when it looked like the tide was turning, said, we're going to keep an eye on you, and this is what prompted the stoppage.
Check this out right here. Ooh, it's a nice meal right there. Go ahead, go ahead and take that barbecue sauce right there on the ribs. And just stepped on the angle. Here he is right in front of him. Flick the jab at him. You see him in position. Dig down to the body. All right, I'm going to work the other side now. Boom. Fryer missed with a shot, and he just filled the hole right there with a left hand right down the cross. Right down the middle. Boom. Nice little angle right there. Friars never saw that punch coming. Again, that's in the midst of fire.
For your winner by technical knockout, El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas.
Okay, gentlemen, we went over the instructions in the dressing room. I expect a clean fight. These trunks are perfect right here. There's the line. These are a little high, so I'm going to let you work right there on the top of the trunks. Touch them up now. Go back to your corners.
He had a meteoric rise as a pro, and then the crash was hard. He doesn't want that for his son. He says, we're going to bring him along perfectly, and it's going to be a long and prosperous ride, along with his other brothers, Fernando Jr. and Amado. Already see the face of Duque marked up from that right hand that Emiliano Vargas was able to land. He says, look, being a southpaw, I'm used to these lefties. 110 wins and 10 losses and 120 amateur fights. Duque has not had an easy run of it. He won his second fight, lost his professional debut.
Yeah, I like the usage of that right hand. Just straight right hand right there. Right, not even cocking it, just right from the holster. Up top.
Oh, nice left there from Duque.
Yeah.
Against Leonardo Sanchez, he was down 3 times, but that was an all-action fight. And Vargas trying to dig to that body. Big fan of Julio Cesar Chavez, and that's what you learn from him because he was his father's idol as well.
Really is. We always want what's best for our kids. You know, a true father would do whatever it takes to prepare his son for whatever he's going to be seeing down the road.
Oh, nice left there from Duque.
Every now and then, Vargas will get a little bit comfortable standing at mid-range, and then you see Duque.
Ooh, there's that left again from Duque.
Ooh, that body shot is nasty, coming around the guard. You'll be able to show your full arsenal when it really matters. But right now, if you can get the knockout, get it.
You don't build a career off of one fight, but you do build off of every win or every experience you get in there. And he needs to learn how to get away from that left hand from Duque.
Keeping his head on the line.
That left hand from Vargas downstairs, and that's been there for him all night long, and from both stances, but so has been the left.
The fight went 2 rounds, man. I had to get him up out of there.
Ooh, there's that nice right hand from Emiliano Vargas, and then a right-left combination.
Look at the variation. The variation from the young man.
But there's the left from Duque again.
Yeah, he's creating, see what Vargas is doing wrong. He's creating a little space when he's rolling back and putting his head on his back leg. That's the problem. He's in line for the straight left hand. What he needs to do is he needs to step inside, close the gap, tie up. 1 step back, fire. 2 steps back, you're going to end up in the ropes. You got to be careful. There it is, going back in the straight line again. I mean, a lot of times when you have guys, they switch to the southpaw stance, they don't fight as well from the southpaw position. The punches are a little bit different. The technique is not on it. The snap is not on the shot. Early in his career, so you can get used to him. You know, ooh, again, head on that line. Directly on that line. He has to learn how to exit the weak side. Oh, another left hand down the middle.
Never been into round 4 of his professional career. The longest before this had been 47 seconds into his second round, but you see now a short left hook from Emiliano Vargas, El General. Dig into his bag of tricks a little bit more, but the one thing we haven't seen him adjust is that head movement. Nice left hook there from Emiliano Vargas.
That was nice. Great timing right there. Gotta anger yourself out. Good work. See, then he goes back to the strong side. He has to work on that. When you're facing the southpaw, you don't want to typically exit the strong side, which is the left hand. Because if you exit that side, you get hit with it.
And you see that Duque is content to finish this fight on his feet. Emiliano Vargas, though, got some really good experience.
Wow.
Solid rounds from Duque.
I loved it. I loved every minute of this fight, honestly.
For your winner by unanimous decision, El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas.
Legal punches, here for you. Legal punches, either a bit high, here for you. Touch gloves, left to both of you.
Call him Papas when he was a kid back in the day. He's in against Nelson Hampton, though. We just saw what Alan Garcia was capable of doing.
Most of the time with the young prospects, they don't have much time to work. They either have
low from Emiliano down on the belt line of Hampton. But so far, so good in keeping Hampton in front of him.
Because he's cutting off the ring. That's why. Because he knows how to cut off the ring. And Hampton hasn't really got on his bike.
See the right hand of Vargas landing and making Hampton miss.
Nice shot over the top. You know, Emiliano's going to have to keep setting things up, and then he got comfortable right there because he was having too much success.
Meeting Emiliano Vargas came in and said, guys, I may start bleeding from the nose early. Last night,
right hand.
I started just bleeding because it's so dry out here in the desert.
Yeah, the dry weather, different altitude, different climate. You saw a forward shift from Emiliano Vargas, bringing his back leg forward and fighting from the southpaw stance and punching from a different angle. You know, he's conserving, but he's not going too fast or too slow. It's perfect, and he's constantly putting that pressure on Hampton.
And he's switching it up, Tim. One of the things that young fighters do is become predictable. Vargas switching it up. He'll catch you downstairs first, go upstairs. Emiliano Vargas is going to run him over.
Yes, he is.
Nice. What a nice setup for Vargas for that body shot. I'm going to learn from my mistakes. I'm not going to move myself faster. And wow, both fighters land.
Position himself for that shot. But this is where he gets caught. See him shooting that right hand?
Emiliano Vargas going downstairs once again, and now. Oh, nice uppercut there. That left hook was good by Emiliano. Sets up the 1-2 over the top. You see a lot more respect from Hampton for Emiliano's power than he had against Alan Sanchez. Nelson Hampton to connect on that lead right now. A straight right hand from Emiliano Vargas and a left hook that sends Nelson Hampton reeling up against the ropes. And you can see the power shots of Vargas having an effect as Hampton buckles once again.
That has Hampton scared right here. Has him very timid. The speed, the accuracy.
And the punch variety.
Yes.
Doesn't know if it's coming downstairs or over the top, but all he knows is if it lands, it's going to hurt.
You got to hold the opposite hand up. Keeping your hand up, the opposite hand that's not being fired up.
That's a nice one.
Yes, it is.
Emiliano. But
he hadn't been listening to his dad. He was in the orthodox stance, and then as soon as he switched southpaw, you saw exactly how effective he was. What Emiliano coming
He's
with.
afraid. He's afraid of what's coming back at him. That's what it is. He's afraid. See, but it would serve him if he's to fight. He needs to fire back. He doesn't want to run into any traps
like that.
Set by Again, variety of punches he's landed. Good uppercuts, right hand. That hook right hand has been money for him.
He turned a hook into a straight jab to the body, and just Hampton doesn't know where it's coming from. He's doing a great job of disguising what he's going to do next, and now you see a straight right, a quick 1-2 combination.
And I think that's what killed the business.
And you see a nice combination from...
It's hard to stop a fighter when all he wants to do is survive. Taking a little bit off right now, and now you're seeing that's what he should have been doing. And then he does this as soon as Emiliano says, okay, I've recovered enough. Now I'm coming to get you.
Listen for that bell. Time. Good job, guys.
Nice counter left hook right there for Emiliano.
After 6 rounds.
That was good. That's good for him. This is good.
In favor of your winner by unanimous decision, El General Emiliano Vargas.